Hey YouTube, I hope you're doing well. I got another story for you, and if you do enjoy my stories, please like, subscribe, ring that bell. This one's some early childhood reminiscing. It's the gnarliest bike crash I think I've ever had, just about. And this was like, I think I was about like 9 or something, so this was like one of my first like really good friends. Pretty much still in my mind consider like one of my best friends I've ever had. This was the first time I was actually spending the night at his place, and he had quite the place. His folks had, well, he pretty much, it was just him and his mom, but they lived on essentially an orchard in Camarillo, and it was a really nice property. It came with a lot of its own hangups, but oh man, it was always awesome going to his house and hanging out, because it was just, I don't know, it was quite the property. And I just it was the first time hanging out and whatnot, and I was just really excited, and we had a good time like staying up. But the following day we wanted to bike around and whatnot. It was like an excuse to get out. We liked biking around town and just adventuring together, really. Just kind of biking around town, just feeling like latchkey kids. But it was really fun. But this was kind of the first time he wanted to show me around the orchard. I hadn't seen it quite yet, and it was actually quite a bit of property they had. So like there was the main orchard area that was kind of on an incline, but then they had this kind of area that they couldn't grow on, because it's clearly like if it rained a bunch, there would like all the water would kind of pool to this, like it was just mud basically. And this is of course like still California heat. It was pretty dry at the time, but basically you couldn't really grow anything down at this sort of like bottom of the hill kind of pit area. But it kind of lent itself towards like dirt biking and stuff. So it was still like a nice bit of little property for anything like that. So he wanted to show me down there and just kind of give me the tour around. And him, we were, or I think he was wearing a helmet. I think I might have been wearing a helmet. I don't know. Beside the point. He wanted to show me this like sort of mud patch area kind of down below where kind of showing where the actual property line is, and just like how much property they had. And there's this like kind of steep hill to go down to get to that lower area that's like very specific. Like the rest of it has that green, I don't know what you call it, it's all over like California beaches and whatnot. It's like the green spiky plants. I'm blanking on the name, but they had a bunch of that around the hill. And so it was just this like kind of specific part where it was meant for access to that lower area. And so he basically was like, look, let's, I'm gonna go down, then you'll go down. I don't want to bump into each other or anything going down this steep hill. So he kind of takes it easy off to the left, but I in my mind, I don't know what I thought he was just kind of going down real quick and whatnot. I my perception of like how steep and like how fast like you could go going down this hill was just like not in my comprehension at the time. So, and in the excitement of just like this cool friend, I want to impress, and just wanting to just being excited to look at this cool property that he lived on, I, for whatever reason, decided to just bomb it. No brakes. And I had a mountain bike. I just kind of figured, like, I got this brand new mountain bike. I think I got it for my birthday. No, yeah, that past year, the previous year. And I figured it could handle it. Oh, for sure. Lo and behold, I didn't realize. So this mud, like from a distance, it just looks like brown, dried, just bit of like area, like you can't really discern much. But there was actually this sort of like dip in the dirt. They sort of tried to create this little oh, you call it this little like stream area for when it rains to help it kind of force the water through. And so there's just kind of like this little, almost like this little mini like it's just basically like a distinct dip in the dirt there. And I couldn't really see it until the last second, and it was just the perfect size for a mountain bike wheel to dip down, get caught, and stop immediately. So, you know, when you're bombing down a hill and your bike goes from like, I don't know how fast I was going, but to instantaneously stop, I did not. Holding onto my handlebars, I did a straight up flip over my handlebars. Flew probably like, you know, a couple feet away from the bike, landed on my ass, and just, I don't know, I don't remember if I was like knocked out or anything. Like it was definitely like still one of the gnarliest crashes I've had, and my memory is kind of fuzzy around the area. So I'm like, looking back, I didn't think of myself getting knocked out. It's just like, I just remember the next thing I knew, getting up, like my buddy was just like over me, like, what the hell did you just do? Like, he was like, there's obviously this thing here, like, don't you should have just had the brakes and just followed me. I had the brakes on the whole time. What the hell were you doing? And I don't know, man, I just wanted to bomb the hill. But yeah, I stopped biking that day, and probably for another week or so. Like I had to limp my way around, holding the bike. It was, oh, my pelvis was hurting pretty bad there. But yeah, it was probably a full week before the pain in my pelvis. And you know, as a kid looking back, that's probably not a good thing for a growing kid to still feel that kind of like pain in your pelvis for a week after something like that. I don't know, but yeah, I was just glad to survive that, and just, I don't know, it was just me being dumb and just being excited and extreme and just being a kid. And you know, I still don't regret it. It was still pretty fun bombing that hill down there. So yeah, that was the gnarliest bike crash I've ever been in. So yeah, if you do enjoy my stories, please like, subscribe, ring that bell. You have a great rest of your day.